Chances for rain are back in the forecast tonight, and we are tracking that potential for a changeover to a wintry mix, but mainly for the higher terrain areas. The Smoky Mountains had that best chance for that snow. Thursday, a few scattered showers. I think it will be too warm to have snow midweek, but there is still that potential across those higher terrain peaks. And then by the weekend, that's the big weather story. There will be the coldest air of the season, looking pretty frigid for the weekend. Here is 6 predictors showing this evening. I think it will stay mainly dry as we go throughout this evening, but later on tonight into early Monday morning, a few light returns build in. Look at the temperatures. I think most areas will be too warm to have that frozen precipitation, but the Smoky Mountains are getting down to around freezing. Our Kentucky, Tennessee border counties might see a little bit of that wintry mix, but as you can see, mid-30s, a little bit too warm to have that accumulating wintry precipitation. Beyond that, Monday afternoon, maybe a few lingering snow showers across the Smoky Mountains before we dry out late Monday evening, and then Monday night, temperatures plummet down into the upper 20s, getting pretty cold for Tuesday morning of next week, but that's nothing compared to what we are expecting for later on for next weekend. As far as snowfall totals in our Kentucky, Tennessee border counties, maybe car tops, rooftops. I think most areas will be not seeing the accumulation, but the Smoky Mountains 1 to maybe up to 3 inches, and 3 inches, that's mainly across the extreme high peaks, are up to 6,000 feet. I think if you're around there, maybe up to 3, but most areas will just see a few flurries, just around 1 inch. Beyond that, here is some more energy midweek, Wednesday into Thursday. We're still in that northwest flow that will give us some chances for rain, maybe a little bit of that wintry mix, but kind of uncertain with that time frame of that rain. It looks pretty minimal as we're only going 30% for Thursday. But let's check out what happens though late week. Here it is, that Arctic blast builds in. This is going to be quite cold. Some of the models have some pretty extreme readings for the temperatures. The morning lows look pretty frigid, but for tonight, mid to upper 30s for most areas, keeping most of that precipitation of the liquid variety tomorrow. Mid 40s, a few morning showers, a snow mix across the higher terrain peaks. Here's that 7-day forecast. Temperatures get finally back to normal Wednesday, but check out what happens late week. Those lows, even in the teens, highs, just above freezing, getting pretty cold as we close out this 7-day stretch.